teaching is going to come from the book of Isaiah, my favorite prophet. Although I really wish you might too about that. Kind of felt that for Isaiah. Actually, all of them. In a pretty rough way. Pretty sad. But that's a whole other sermon. Okay, go to Fox's Book of Martyrs for now. All right, Isaiah 46, the 46th chapter of Isaiah, and we're going to be looking at verses 3 through 5 today. So this chapter deals with the idea of idolatry. The people they were in exile in Babylon, and they're leaving, but some of them are still hanging on to idols and still hanging on to ways of paganism. And so the chapter deals with who God is and who God isn't, to simplify things. So 46, 3 through 5. Listen to me, you descendants of Jacob, all the remnant of the people of Israel, you whom I have upheld since your birth, and have carried since you were born, even to your old age and gray hairs. I am He who will sustain you. I have made you, and I will carry you. I will sustain you, and I will rescue you. With whom will you compare me, or count me equal? To whom will you liken me, that we may be compared? And he goes on and basically saying, what amount of gold can you give me? What kind of image would you make of me? I'm a spirit being. I'm spirit, I'm not a flesh. You're going to make an animal, you're going to make a human figure and then bow down and worship it. These are silly. They produce nothing. He reminds the people of Israel that he created them. He brought Israel into being. He was with them when they were carried into captivity. He was there with them as they're marching out of captivity. He sustained them. And some people just were, hanging on to vain idols that do nothing. And so he's reminding them, who's my equal? And of course, nobody is God's equal. There is no other God, first of all, yet alone any God to be equal to him. And although he was talking to Israel as a nation at that point, as a conglomerate of people, it's apropos for us as individuals today also, because we all have our own idols, whether we realize it or not. What are you giving your time to? What are you giving your money to? What are your hobbies that are taking you away from doing what God has for you? What are the idols that you've established in your own life? So it really is a good directive to have us look at our own lives and see, what kinds of things we are giving our worship to, maybe even inadvertently or unknowingly, and to give God what is God's, because He is worthy of it. He's our Creator, our Sustainer, and He carries us through in every situation, even until our old age and through our old age. For those of you that will get